So far, all we've really talked about is the how each individual muscle fiber behaves, how it's sitting on the graph, how in general you can have a whole bunch of fibers that put you on a spectrum of miler to sprinter. But there's another factor that actually plays into this. It's not just how many fibers, that you have. So it's not just that you have 20% fast, 50% intermediate, and 30% slow fibers. But it actually, if you took a sample of the muscles, it also depends on the size of each of these different fiber types. So what we've been talking about so far, if we took like a pro sprinter, like a cross section of their muscle, we'd find that the majority of their muscle fibers are fast, and then opposite end of the spectrum of the miler. But in reality, what ends up happening is with training, you may have started out with 50-50 distribution, and while you can't change the distribution of number of fibers, you can change the size. So if you do a lot of distance training, your sprint fibers are going to kind of shrink because they're not actually being used that much. Anything you don't use in the human body shrinks and atrophies. Anything you do use and anything you challenge grows and gets bigger. So if all you did was distance training and those fast twitch fibers didn't get activated, and that'll be the topic of the next course, the motor unit, where we'll explain how different muscle cells are activated. There's a big software component to all this. But if these atrophy and you grow a lot of your slow twitch fibers, you can tell here, like the majority of the surface area of this cross section is slow fibers. So in essence, you've shifted yourself down that spectrum, right? You may not have shifted individual fibers. You maybe can't get this guy to turn into a slow twitch fiber, but you can get the slow twitchers to take over and become the majority of